so surreal. I'll tell you really quick, it's been a crazy couple of days, and I took a nap this afternoon. And I dreamt that I was in a station wagon with a bunch of random people trying to figure out where the Rock and Roll Hall induction was. So, this is a little bit like getting an Oscar for a screenplay you haven't finished writing yet, but for me, it's just a huge thrill, and it's a huge honor, but it's definitely also a very big honor for me to get to be inducted alongside one of the people I admire most on this planet, and that's Willie Nelson. I'm from a really small town called Kent, Missouri, and tonight, my entire town, my town has like 3 stoplights, it's got 1 high school, and it has 1 movie theater, and my town is there tonight with my mom and my dad and my sister watching this live stream. I want to say I love you all, and thank you. Thank you to the rest of my family who traveled very long to get here tonight. Mom and Dad, thank you so much for raising me the way you did. Thank you for loving music and for playing everything from Stan Kenton to Duke Ellington to Burt Bacharach to Dionne Warwick to James Taylor to Carole King to Stevie Wonder to Elton John. I love you, and I'm thankful for all the years of unconditional love and for piano lessons as well. I have to say I'm one of the most blessed people I know, that I get to be mom to Wyatt and Levi, my 2 sons. I want to thank my 2 boys who are the greatest gift God has given me. And I will say I was very happy with whatever God gave me, but I'm so happy to be raising boys. With social media and all, you know. Anyway, there is nothing that can compare to the joy and love you've given my life, and nothing I do means anything without you guys. I have to say, I had a beautiful thank you speech, but it came in around 7.5 hours. So I'm just going to say kind of a brief thank you that encompasses a lot of people. The people that started out with me 30 years ago are still here. They are my manager, my business manager, my lawyer, my agent. All of these people have stuck with me through the whole journey. I always say that all of my friends are on my payroll, and it's kind of true. And I always say, if anybody leaves me, I'll have to have them killed, because they know where all of the bodies are buried. But I want to say I've had the same manager from the very beginning. His name's Scooter Weintraub, and he's famous after my documentary. He's a wonderful person, and he's always put what was best for me before money, and that just speaks volumes. I want to thank Pam also, who basically manages Scooter. And to all the musicians and the crews that have traveled with me for the last 36 years, you are family. We have been through cancer together. We've been through raising babies. We've been through divorces. We've lost people along the way. And that's what music has brought me, has been the most incredible journey. When I think about the years playing music and my journey, I could not have dreamed my life. When I was growing up, our popularity wasn't based on likes. It was based on who had the best record collection and who threw the best parties when their parents were out of town. There's no social media because there were no computers, no internet, no cell phones. There was Rolling Stone magazine and Cream magazine. That's where you found the mythical glimpses into rock stardom. There was American Bandstand, Soul Train, and Midnight Special, where you could catch your favorite artists playing their latest hits. I was a kid who dreamed rock and roll, who pored over album covers. I knew every name of every musician on every album cover, and I found my identity in the lyrics from the songs that I was sure were written for me. Like, I was sure James Taylor wrote Fire and Rain about me and for me. Stevie Nicks, I honestly would not be who I am without her, and I felt certain as a kid that because I could twirl a baton and have really long wavy blonde hair that we were probably related somehow. I found my command of words through her imagery and her melodies. I also found myself in the greats like Tina Turner and Bonnie Raitt and Nancy Wilson, who with their ability to front a band with electric guitars showed me the way. I sang Linda Ronstadt songs into a curling iron like all the greats before me. I found a way out of my own loneliness through Joni Mitchell's poetry, and there have been so many musicians who have brought me here, most of whom are actually in the Rock Hall already. Music's been a way out of my hometown and into a world of possibility. In 1976, you guys, when I was 14, my best friend JoBeth's mom drove us, me and 6 little girls, to the Mid-South Coliseum in Memphis, Tennessee to see Peter Frampton. That was my first experience at a rock and roll show. The 6 of us teens were way up in the nosebleed section, and we managed to crawl all the way down to the floor. I smelled weed for the first time. I got to sing along with tens of thousands of strangers to Do You Feel Like I Do? And who doesn't dream of that being your life after you've experienced it? That was a pivotal moment for me in understanding what Carlos Santana says about music changing the molecules. How music can connect a whole room full of strangers through a cosmic journey that cannot be without the collective experience. My kids always say, Mom, you know you were born in the 1870s. And I did grow up before technology became a connector and a divider and an anesthetizer and a distractor and a facilitator. I grew up before 24-hour news, before drug companies could advertise on TV. That's how old I am. I grew up with Walter Cronkite and the nightly news, and until 1975, when I was 13 years old, each evening we watched the caskets come off the planes, and we read the names scrolled across the TV of those lost and missing in Vietnam. The music from that time reflected what was happening in the world. It gave voice to everyone who was experiencing this, particularly the younger generation. And those songs got played on the radio. Marvin Gaye, Buffalo Springfield, Creedence Clearwater. That's what the best music does. It entertains us, but it also makes us feel. In my case, music took me to Japan, it took me to South America, it took me to Berlin before the wall fell. It took me to Russia, and it even took me to Israel. It is unimaginable that a song with as many words as All I Want to Do would have people who don't even speak English as a second language trying to capture every word. Music is a universal gift that we all share, and seeing those places definitely gave me perspective to how good we have it here in America. I want to leave you guys with a quote from the great Jimmy Buffett, who I know we all miss. He said, if you love what you do, you will never work a day in your life. Yes, for me, there have been ups and downs along this journey, but mine is a story of infinite possibility for any young person setting out on the musical journey. I love the work. Thank you guys so much.